reads, "O for your plagues, O death, O for your sting, O grave." Totally different verse. It's just that in the Septuagint, that's Paul's quote comes directly from there. But you don't have to go to the whole question of the high priest. There's more fundamental errors in the New Testament that unfortunately make Jesus look bad. I don't want him to look bad because, as I said, I believe he was a very knowledgeable Pharisaic rabbi. The most conspicuous is, this is unbelievable, is that in Matthew 22:37 and then again in Mark 12:30, Jesus misquotes the Shema. The Shema is the most fundamental Jewish prayer known by kids at age of 3. Of course, it's, "Here is the Lord your God." I'm sorry, you should love the Lord your God while you're... See, even I was quoting it. Jesus says you should love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, and your mind. He says it again in Mark, all your mind. Now, clearly, no Jew, even secular Jews, I don't think would misquote the Shema. The explanation behind this is that the New Testament was written well after the Jewish wars against Rome, and that's why there's so much anti-Semitism in it. They were trying to distance Jesus from his people. They were trying to show that Jesus hated his people. That's why the book of John is the most anti-Semitic of all, where Jesus is saying, "You are children of the devil with no relationship with God." But none of that is accurate. Jesus loved his people and died when the Romans killed him when he was just fighting their battles to end Roman cruelty.
Well, we're fast approaching the time when we need to wrap our session up. It would be lots of fun to go on and on. This kind of exchange is really exhilarating. But we need to be very careful because Rabbi needs to catch a flight later on. So what we'll need to do is, at this point in time, we need to move toward final remarks. Dr. Brown and the rabbi will have 2 minutes each. And then after their final remarks, I'll make a couple of closing remarks for our evening. So, Dr. Brown?
First, again, thank all of you for coming, and I really do thank my dear friend Shmuley for having the courage and forthrightness to come in a setting like this and to share these things openly, and I do appreciate that. And honestly, I had to convince myself mentally and psychologically to be every bit as aggressive as I was before we were friends, so hopefully I succeed. So let me say this to all of you. Again, my goal was to speak to Jewish people and those that will see this video or listen to a tape later. My goal was to urge each of you, if you do not believe in Jesus Yeshua, to reconsider, to ask yourself, why are you so sure that you're right in your position? So I remind you that certain messianic prophecies had to be fulfilled before the Second Temple was destroyed. Jesus, Yeshua alone, came and did that. No other true messianic candidate can arise since then, or has risen in the last 2,000 years. So he fulfilled the essential prophecies that had a definite time frame, had to be completed before the Second Temple was destroyed. Therefore, we have assurance he will fulfill the rest. Not only that, he identifies with us in our suffering. I said quite plainly that no Jew has ever been killed for refusing the message of the love of God and the authentic message of Jesus through authentic followers of him. Those who killed Jews or anybody in Jesus' name are hypocrites and nothing less and nothing better than hypocrites who did something. Think of this, my fellow Jews, a crucified, rejected Messiah that identifies with us in our suffering. Not some big king who just sits on the throne and belches out commands. Somebody who knows what it is to be rejected and misunderstood, and his name hated and reviled around the world by Jewish people. He identifies with us in our suffering. He is our ideal Messiah. And every day, thousands of people around the world are coming to the God of Israel through him. And I get emails on a regular basis. This Orthodox Jew here, this Hasidic Jew, this Israeli teenager, this lost one here, coming to vibrant, wonderful faith in Jesus the Messiah. I urge you, I encourage you, study your scriptures. And Messiah is not only dead, but risen from the dead. Ask God if he is really the one to make it known to you, and you will have the transforming experience of your life. Thank you.
Teach people about God, what fine people they are. I want to thank Gordon, the moderator, Garrett Smith. Thank you so much for organizing this and looking after me today. Ladies and gentlemen, Two simple messages. To my Christian brothers and sisters, I am your brother. I am your brother Joseph, whom you sold to Egypt. Please reach out to Jews with mutual courtesy and respect. Please treat us like we are your equals. The God of Israel resides among us. Please do not treat us like potential converts who are godless. We've suffered enough under that approach and that attitude. It's time that the greatest character assassination in the history of the world is finally reversed. You dare not take one of ours, our son. You dare not take a Jew from Galilee and make him into an anti-Semite who would have been preaching to Jews that they will burn in hell for leading a Jewish life. You dare not continue that act of character assassination. Because if Jesus were alive today, he would object to it. He loved his people. Stop telling us that we are distant from God because we are not Christian. And to my Jewish brothers and sisters, come to your people. Come discover what Shabbos is, which we celebrated for 3,300 years. Come and discover what the weekly Torah reading in the synagogue is. Let Abraham come to life for you. Let the struggle of Jacob become your struggle. Let the sojourn in Egypt be something that liberates you from the coarse prison of materialism. Come back to your people. I hope that we'll all go forward in the new year with faith in God and come together as brothers and sisters against all of the threats that face our nation and our respective religions. God bless you all. Thank you.
It's been a wonderful exchange. Blessings on you all.
I have to look at it. You guys just like, okay, God bless. Thanks.